Hello. Hello. Hello, guys. Are you able to hear me, guys?
Yes.
Great. So, guys, today is our first day that we are going to discuss about the network automation, right? So, first point, what do you mean by the network automation? That's from where I'm going to start. And today is the orientation session that I will discuss what are the topic we are going to cover. And I will show you some automation things, how we can do the automation, right, for the network equipment. And what are the total course curriculum, what are the topic, those all the things I will discuss here, how we are going to cover and how much time it will take. So those all the things we are going to cover here, guys. So before going to process, first means proceed the next, start the topic. So do you have any idea what is the automation? What do you mean by the automation? What is your definition about automation?
Hello, sir. Akshay.
Yeah. Yeah, Akshay.
Automation, it's mean the reduce the manual work.
Okay. So that means anything where the means which one is helping us to do the automation, that means which one where the manual effort is less, right? That is the automation, right? That is your point? Where we are reducing the manual effort, right? That is the automation, right? That is your Akshay, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Nerul, what is your opinion about the automation?
In my view, it's a centralized device. We can just go with changes. Manually, we can't do anything. Just from centralized hub, we need to change everything. One server is there, and other are clients, and we will just change on the server, and client should be reflected.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Your name is Owaga. What I can call you? Owaga or what? Are you able to hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, what I can call you? Owaga or
Obaga.
Owaga. Okay. So, what is your opinion about the automation?
Okay. I would say that automation is a way of replacing manual with computer aided.
Manual effort, right?
Yes.
Okay, that means a way where we are reducing the manual effort, that we can call it there is automation, right? Okay. And Yasir, whatever
Yes,
what
sir.
what is the
Automation?
Yeah.
Yes. Automation is, I think, to use the technology to perform a task.
Yes, that means what is the main things where the manual effort, we are reducing the manual effort we are doing through the means manual effort basically is there the picture in the picture that the manual effort we are reducing. Doesn't matter whatever the tactics we are using, that we can call it automation. Right. If you are talking about all the SDN section, all the SDN, how many SDN parts we have, guys? How many SDN tools we have? Any tools which one we are using there we are using the GUI, that is basically the automation. If you're talking about the DNAC is also an automation tools. SD-WAN, that we can also call it, it is an automation tools. If you're talking about the ACI, this is also the GUI based solution, that also we can call it, it's automation tools, right? Like ACI. If you are talking about the segment routing, that is also an automation tools. So basically, what do you mean by the automation? Right now, if I'm talking about the traditional network, if you want to configure the OSP upon the 100 routers, so how we can configure? How many way we have, guys? So we can either do the SSH or telnet on the device, and then after that we can configure. That is the manual way. That is the traditional way, right? If you want to suppose push the AAA configuration on the 100 devices, or if you want to put the SNMP configuration of the 100 of the devices, how we can do that? So we have a manual effort, right? We have to log in on each and every devices manually, and we have to copy and paste the command there. But using the DNAC, we can push the, suppose, doesn't matter 100 devices or 2000 devices is there. We can push the SNMP configuration or AAA configuration, or whatever the configuration you want to push, that we can push it from the single point, that is DNAC. So using the GUI, we can do that. If you're talking about the SD-WAN, so the multiple devices, 100 devices are there, and if you want to configure anything on those 100 routers, so we have a concept about SD-WAN. So these are the centralized devices. From there, we can configure all the devices, but these are the GUI-based solution, right? So there the manual effort is less than compared than the traditional way. So these all we can call it, these are all are the automation tools, right? So automation means not, what is the opinion in right now, guys? Most of the people have the opinion automation means what? If you know the scripting language, any one of the scripting language, like if you're talking about scripting language, Python, sure, Chinmay, no issue. So either if you know the Python, if you know the Ansible, if you know the Bash scripting, then only it is called as automation. But that's not a that is not a correct way to understand about the automation things, guys. Automation means what? Which one is reducing the manual effort, that we can call it automation, right? But if you want a customized result, suppose my customized result is I just want to create any ACL, and in that ACL there is particular line I want to insert, particular statement I want to paste it on all the devices, a single statement. That is not possible. That single statement we can do that, but if you're talking about any customized requirement means what? Suppose if we want to check on the 5000 devices, there is SNMP configuration is correct or not. Need to check, and if it is not correct, we need to push the correct configuration. So these are the things that is the customized requirement. We not just want to check HTTPS service is enabled or not. IP HTTP server is command that is executing or not on the devices. If it is executing, we need to disable it. Then there we have to, this is my customized requirement. In that case, we should know the scripting, guys. Otherwise, if you are using the advanced technology, most of the thing is already automated, that we don't need to put the manual effort there. If you are using the DNAC, if you are using the SD-WAN, ACI, segment routing, these are the technology we are using. So we don't need to put the much more scripting, means we don't need to put the much more effort into the scripting. But yes, if there is some customized requirement, obviously we need to put there the manual effort. Means we have to write the scripting. Either you can write the script through the Python, either we can write the Ansible, either you can use the Bash scripting. Okay. So we have a multiple programming. Means if you know the Python, that's sufficient. If you know the Ansible, that is sufficient. If you know the Ansible, you don't know, but Python is not really required, right? But every scripting language, if you're talking, so have there some limitations, some good things. So with everyone. So if you are good in the Python, then fine. If you are good in the Ansible, that's fine. Got it? So today what we are going to do, I'm just going to show you how we can do the automation, how we can run the here in our entire syllabus. What or the technology we are going to cover? We are going to cover the Python, and we are going to cover the Ansible. So first we have to understand the Python basic, that I will discuss. And then after that, we should know the Python basic. Then after that, we should know, we can do the network automation using the Python. Then after that, we'll start with the some basic functionality. Ansible means basic Ansible will cover, and then after that, using the Ansible, we'll do the workflow automation. You are getting the point, guys? So
Yes.
without wasting the time, I'm just going to show you guys how we can configure through the Python a network equipment, and then after that, at the end, I will show you the syllabus, what are the topics we are going to cover and how much time it will take, right? So I have a inbuilt topology. Let me open that topology. Let me power on the event. So you guys are already working, Akshay. Can you just tell me how you are configuring your network equipment nowadays? Means how you are working, right, Akshay?
Yes, sir.
So in your company, suppose you want to configure a router, you want to create a loopback. What is the way how you are going to configure that router? What is the
In
first
the
step? Yes.
using of SSH config T.
Suppose this is your infra. That means it is company infra. There is multiple routers and multiple switches are there, right? This is your company infrastructure. There is multiple routers, switches, WLCs, APs. This is your company infrastructure. If you want to configure anything on this router, so what is the first requirement? This is your admin machine. This is your personal laptop, you can call it, or you can call it it's your admin machine, or you can call it it is a jump box. And first you need to log in on jump box on that
Okay.
admin machine, and from there you can do the SSH of these devices, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
You can do the SSH or you can do the telnet, and then after that you can configure anything on that device, right?
Right.
So what is the first requirement from this admin machine? Your this infra should be reachable, right? From this admin machine, your infra, these devices should be reachable with the SSH. In between, if there is a firewall, something, so what should be happen? SSH should be allowed. The port number 22 should be allowed.
Hello.
So you can just do the SSH, and then after that, whatever the config you want to push there, that you can do on these devices, or anywhere. If you want to push any configuration, you can just do the SSH, you can config, right? So in this case, I have my laptop. I have the laptop now. This is my laptop. And what is the IP address of my laptop? Let me check. IP config all. .29.3, that is 29.3, that is the IP address of my laptop, right? So this is my IP address. And this is my laptop, or you can consider the admin PC. And there is 3 routers. And these routers are accessible. These are router are not on my laptop. These are running on Evangy. So you can consider now this is just an intermediate switch, and my laptop is also connected, and these are the routers. So router have the IP address R1, R2, R3. And what is the IP address here now? 192.168.29.210. this is the IP address of this route. This is the IP address of this routers. And here the IP address is 211.
213.
And
Sorry,
here
212.
212. So these all the three routers, these are reachable from my admin PC, right? Because of it has also the IP address from same subnet, and these hosts also have IP address from the same subnet. You can just consider in between there is a switch. So they are into the same broadcast domain. Got it, guys? And they have IP address from the same subnet. That means I can access these routers from my laptop, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So you can see there now. Just let me open the
Yes.
topology. One 192.29 dot. I powered on the event. Yes. What is the IP address? 110. So let me admin and key. So these are the three routers that I have already connected, right? So let me just power on these devices. What I have configured so far on these devices, guys, let me tell you. I have configured the IP address on these interfaces, and then I have already enabled the SSH. Okay, so now these are getting the power on. Let it on, guys. Why it is not working? So it's the same topology. This is my laptop, and from my laptop, these R1, R2, R3, that should be reachable. Okay, so now it's powered on. Let me check the reachabilities. So IP interface brief. So you can see IP is configured, but interface is shut down. So let me do one thing. Interface. No shut. And let me remove this loopback also. So right now there is no interface, loopback, 10 was there. So IP interface brief. Now it has the only single interface, which is up. And so running config, if you are going to check, guys, so I have created the user. What is the username? So user I have already created test, and password is Cisco123. So using this username and password, I can log in on this device, right? So I'm just going to open the putty in my laptop. So first I'm just going to verify I'm able to do the SSH or not from my personal laptop. You're getting the point, guys? So just let me check 192.168.29.210, and I'm just going to do the SSH. Port number is 22. So yes, I'm able to access it, right? Cisco 123. What was the username and password? Let me check. It was Cisco 123 or Cisco 123. C was a small there. Cisco 123. Why I'm not able to?
Username seems not to be the same.
Sorry.
I thought the username is test.
Oh, it's not asking the username. That means let me check the config. So running config section VTY login local and SSH input transport SSH and fine. Should we do the SSH from here now? Let me check. Login as test Cisco 123. Yeah. So it is accessible, guys, right from my laptop. So on this machine, suppose I want to configure something through automation. Right now, I'm talking about single device, right? I just want to create a loopback, or I just want to enable the OSPF on this interface, or I was just want to do any single configuration. I just want to do it on R1, right? So I'm just going to make the configuration through the Python. In the Python, one of the libraries is there that is called NetMiko. That library I'm going to use. Got it? So I'm just going to use the NetMiko. Using the NetMiko, what I will do, I will just log in on this device and then I will post some configuration. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I have already application installed. Python is already installed in my laptop. Let me create a new file. File name is, it's not docs type. File name is test.py. I'm just putting the file name. Py is the extension. I can create any where. Test.py. Py is the extension of our Python file, right? Here. From NetMiko. NetMiko is the library that I'm going to use. Just I will discuss, guys. First thing today, I'm just showing you what is the automation, how you can do the automation. But I will start from beginning. I will start the Python. What is the Python? What is the variables? Those all the things I will start from beginning. So NetMiko, and from NetMiko and import. Which file I'm going to import? I'm just importing the file. That file name is connect handler. Using the connect handler, I will make the connection, right? So SSH connection, that's a variable name I'm creating now. And then after that, connect handler. Here, first what I need to do, should be like this. What is the IP? IP equals to 192.168.29.210. That is the IP. What is the username?
Test.
Username is test. Password is
Cisco 123.
Cisco 123. And then device type. What is the device type? That is Cisco iOS. And then after that, I'm just printing the message. Building the connection. SSH connection with the IP address. I'm just manually typing here now. 192.168.29.210. And I just want to execute the command, guys. Show IP interface brief command. Suppose I want to execute, or show IP or any command. So, and that output you want to print here, guys. So what I will do? Output equal to SSH connection dot send command. Send command is basically to use if you want to execute any show command. And here what I'm going to mention, show IP interface brief. And then after that, I'm just printing the output. Let me run this command. We got the output, guys.
Yes.
So here using this one, I'm just building the SSH connection. And which command I'm executing right now? So IP interface brief. So under the net Miko, basically, if you're talking, so there is two main functions that we are going to use. One is the send command. Another one is send config set. So if you want to configure anything, suppose you want to configure a loop back, so you have to use the send config set. But if you want to get something, ultimately what will be do, guys? Either you'll be push the config on the device, right? Either you'll be pull the config, that means get the config from the device. So if you want to get something, then you'll be use the send command. If you want to push something, then you'll be use the config set command, right? But right now the question is, you can ask the question, Puneet, so what is the benefit if I'm going to use this command, right? So IP interface brief, I can log in on a single device manually and I can execute the command on that device directly. Then fine. Yes, obviously, if on the single device, then you can directly log in through the SSH and you can execute the command. But think about that, the same command if you want to execute on the 100 devices. Then if you want to execute 100 command, same command on the 100 device, then we have to do the automation. Then we need this script, right? The first question, Puneet, here the IP address is also, we are putting static. Username, password, everything is static. So what I can do, I can make it variable. You can prepare the script where once this script will run, on that time it should ask us to put the username, password, and IP address, even the command also, which command you want to execute, right? So what I can do, print username, we can take the input. user equal to input. Please enter the
IP
User.
address.
username. Then password. We can't be used. Input. Please enter the password. Then host equal to input. Please enter the IP address of the device. And if you want to command also, guys, what I can do? Input, enter the desired command. Now let me run it. Let me run it again. Username is test. Password is Cisco 123. IP address 192.168.29.210. Which command you want to execute? So IP ARP, suppose. Oh, sorry. What I made the mistake here, I didn't change the command. Here I have to call the command. Let me run now. Username is test. Password is Cisco 123. IP address 192.168.29.210. And command is show IP ARP. Now, what is the output it is showing, guys? It's a desired output, right? Hello. Suppose next time you want to execute some command on where? On the instead of this host, you want to execute the command on particular IP address. That means either it can be, it's a depend on the user. He want to execute the command on 210 or he want to execute the command on 211, right? So what I will do in that case, let me power on this. This device is already powered on. Just let me put the no set on the interface. So IP interface brief. Yeah. So no interface loop back 10 and interface G0/0 no set. And here also the same username is created. So running section user, you can see, guys, the same username is created there. Test and password is also same. Let me put the same config on the R3 also. Do show IP interface brief. Interface G0/0 no set and no interface loop back 10. Now this time, next time he want to execute the command. Suppose user want to execute the command on R2. Just let me run this script. Username test, password Cisco 123 192.168.29.211 suppose 21. It's R2 command. Which command you want to execute, guys? So IP route command, suppose. So what it is showing? So IP route command. On which routers? So this is the output from this one. But here the IP address, that is not dynamic. It is always showing 210. So what I can show? Ask them. F, and here I can put the host. Host is the actual IP, which one is entered by user. Right? Guys, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Are you getting the concept what I'm trying to show you guys? I'm not, you don't need to worry about that, Puneet, how you can write this script. I will teach you guys how you can write the script. Right now, I'm writing this system similarly. In the similar way, you can also prepare your own script. But for that one, you have to understand the Python. So right now, I'm just showing you what is the use of the automation. Then after that, I will show you what are the syllabus, and I will start from the Python's variables. Got it?
Yes.
So right now, I'm just configuring this device. Here, the IP address also should not be like this. Should be host. Let me run this now. There is some error.
The host in inverted comma.
No, host should not be inverted commas. Where is the error?
There is F in print. In print command, there is F.
No, F stream is required.
Okay.
Host is the already predefined variables. So here it should be IP address. And here also it should be IP address. Now should work. Yeah. Username is test. Password is Cisco123. IP address 192.168.29.212. And which command? So IP R. So this is the command. We are executing this command on which one? Here it is showing the proper message, building the SSH connection with this one. And if you want to see the output also, so what I can do? Here also we can mention printing the output for command. And here we have to mention the F string. Username is test. Password is Cisco123. IP address 192.168.29.212. And enter the desired command. Command, you can mention anything. So IP route. What it is showing? Building the SSH connection with this IP and printing the output for so IP route. If I'm going to print here, like I can also use print like this. I believe it should work. So it will show you in the different way. Test Cisco123 192.168.29.210 so IP route or so IP R. So IP R pretty showing, right? Okay, in the same format we can make it correct. So IP R on which device it is showing, guys? Okay. So here we are configuring the single device right now. You can ask the question, Punit, what I want to do? We want to configure, execute the show IP route command or show IP R command on all these three devices. Right now we have only three devices, right?
Right.
So what we can do here, instead of asking the please enter the IP address of the device, I'm just creating a list. In the list, what I'm going to mention? First IP 192 168.29.210. What is the second IP? So second IP is 192.168.29.211.
211.
And what is the third IP? 192.168.29. Should be into the double inverted comma. 192.168.29.21. And then after that, I'm going to run the loop IP address in list. And these all the things will come under the loop now. So what will happen? First, it will build the connection with this one. Then after that, it will build the connection with this one. And then after that, with this one. So here, we can also set the /n so that it will, there will be some gap. Username is test. Password Cisco123. Which command? So IPR. You can just see, guys. First, it is building the connection with 210. This is the command, so IPR command, that is for R1, right? 210, you can see there. Then with R2, then the same command is going to execute it on R3. Is it okay? Are you able to understand, guys? So same command I'm executing. So right now we have only 3 devices. Think about that. We have a 300 devices, and you want to execute the so IPR command on just so IPR. I'm just taking an example, guys. So IPR command you want to execute on all those 300 devices, right? So question is, Puneet, so what will happen in that case? I need to enter here the 300 devices IPs. Hello?
Yes.
So answer is no, that is not feasible. What I will do, I have created one separate file, right? That separate file is device.txt file. Which file is device.txt file? If you are going to see the location, where is the location? User PK, under the PK desktop, dev core, right? So under this, we have already a location. A device text file is there. Just a minute. Let me go into the desktop. This is my file name test, which one I created. And there is one file that is device.txt file. What I can do, I can keep it into the same location. Paste it here now. This is my simple notepad text file. How many devices is there, guys, right now? 3. So I will open this device.txt file into the which format? Readable format. So I'm not going to put here the device details. I'm just going to file equals to open, and here device.txt, and we are opening into the readable format. And then host details is the variable, and here file dot read lines. I'm just reading the file, and those record will be moved into the host detail. So host detail is now the, if I'm going to just a list, if I'm going to print here the whole host details, you can see here, guys. How will we see now? Let me make into the comment. Multi-line comment we can make. So that means these lines are the out of the program. So I'm just opening a file and printing this host details. So let me run this now. Username is test. Password is Cisco123. And desired command. That command is not going to execute, so I can type anything. Device dot text. What is the error message? Device dot text. No such file or the directly. Okay. What is the issue, guys? CD under the PK. Desktop under Core should be on same location. Now let me run. Now you can put anything, that doesn't matter, but this one. Can you see now? So
Yes.
this is my variable, that is host details. So host detail is also a list. Host detail, we have open a file and whatever the input was there that we have put into the host details. So here what I will do, I need to run a loop for IP address in host details. So I'm just going to run the loop under the loop. That means nested loop. Let me remove this one now. Right now, this is not a loop. Not a loop. SSS connection and then host details. Let me remove this. So right now, I'm just opening a device.txt file. Under the device.txt file, whatever the IP you have pasted there, on those devices, it will execute the command, whatever the command you are going to mention. Suppose you are just going to mention the command. Username is test. Password Cisco123. Command show IP route. So these command will execute on all those three devices. Got it? So suppose you have prepared this script now, and later you just want to configure on two devices. So you can remove this IP, right? Control S. So now it will be execute this command only on these two. Suppose those IPs are changed. Instead of those three IPs, there is another 300 devices where you want to execute. Just you need to paste the IP address, right? Here the username is test Cisco123. Password you can mention anything. Oh, sorry, command. So IPR, suppose you want to execute. So right now it's just executing only on two devices, right?
Yes.
Everyone is getting the point, guys? Akshay, Matrey, Waga, Yashir.
Yes.
Yes, yes, it's clear here.
It's clear, right?
Yeah.
So this is the means right now we are, suppose how many guys are here? You have all upgraded a device or replaced a device. Anyone is here, guys, who has means you have upgraded the
Me.
device?
Yes, I did.
So what was the step you followed there, Nirul?
Sir, no script. Just
No,
I
no,
am
not the
doing
script. I'm not talking
manually.
about the step. No, manual.
Manually.
What was the step was there? That I'm asking.
On Cisco devices.
Yeah.
Just go with the certain commands. They give me some certain commands and just we execute.
So basically, I'll take a log of the status of the device before the upgrade.
Yes.
And then,
So
yeah,
that means what we need to do before going to upgrade, first we need to take some logs like show IP route, show IPR, show CDP neighbor, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
running config. So those all the things you need to take as a backup in case the device during the upgrade getting faulty or something is happening, or after upgrade, suppose something is missing, so you should have the pre-check, right?
Backup.
After upgrade, you'll be again take the back of output for the same command, and
Yeah.
you to match everything is matching or not. Suppose the earlier the CDP neighbor was 7 neighbor it was showing, and after the upgrade it is only showing the 5 or 6. That means 2 devices or not connected. That means 2 interface or down. So we have to identify, right?
Right.
So if it is a single device, then fine. But think about that if you are going to upgrade the 30 devices. So you have to log in on all those 30 devices. You have to take a backup for those commands. And then after upgrade, again, you have to log in on those 30 devices manually. And again, you have to follow the same thing, right?
Yeah. And then check the difference also manually. So that is very time consuming.
So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a script. I will just execute the set of command, and those output I will store into the file. Got it? So
Okay.
I will just run the script. So those set of command, which one we decided this command need to be executed, that command will auto execute on those devices. And whatever the output will be there, that will be, I will hold into the different variable, different files, right? So set of command, what can be those set of command? Suppose
So version.
notepad, let me open. So
Version.
before that, so terminal length 0, that is also
Yes.
required,
Yes.
Terminal. Device.
right? So
Yeah.
version, so CDP neighbor, so IPR, so
Yes.
IP route, so running config.
Config.
I'm just taking the example for these 6 command, right? Hello. So
Yes.
what I'm going to do, just let me create here the command set. And this is also my list. So terminal length 0. So IP route. What was the command? So version, so CDP neighbor. So version. Then so CDP neighbor. Then so IP route. Then so
For
IPR, and so running config. So running
config.
config. So these command I just want to execute on all the devices, right? And whatever the output is coming now, that output should be stored on in a file, and that file name should have also the host name, right? Okay, host name will do it later. First with the IP address, I'm just going to store, right? So here in the loop, this is my loop. Within the loop, again, I'm going to run another loop for command in. This command is not required then. Command in command set. And I'm opening a file. Another file I'm opening. XYZ, anything you can open, equal to file, IP address, .txt, should be in which mode? Append mode I'm opening. and then I'm just not going to print the output. Command, sorry, xyz dot, or let me print also output, and then xyz dot yz dot, oh, not should be the file, it should be open. Then xyz dot write lines. What we are going to route? We are going to write the output. Let me run this now. What will happen, guys? It will create a 3 files. And what will be the extension of those 3 files? That first file extension will be 192.168.29.210 and .txt file. There it will be stored the output of these three, all these commands. Again, it will create the another file 211, and it will be store the same output for the same command, and the same it will do it for the 212, and it will execute, I mean, to store those all the output for this device 212. So let me right now, if you are going to see there, guys, under that folder, there is any files. Let me show you. Only the device.txt file is there and test file is there. Let me run this. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Invalid argument. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. What I made the mistake. Let me run this one. That's fine. So I said open. We are using the same one. Just let me see, guys. Remote connections and command and fine output that is not required. Open host name plus .txt. It's okay. I'm using the same one. Just a minute. IP address. Because of IPs into the 192.168 1 dot this format. Let me do one thing. Let me access the host name also. I will create with the host name. So host name equal to SSH connection dot send command. So running config and section hostname. Then after that, hostname host equal to hostname dot split. What it will do, just I will tell you guys. And then here I'm going to declare the host. Now it should be correct. Cisco 1, 2, 3. Host should be 1. Username is test, password is Cisco 1, 2, 3. It's executing the same set of command on R1, then after that R2. Now it is configuring on R3. Can you see? And these output are going to store in a file. If you are going to see there, guys, there is R1. All these outputs. What is the first command? Show version command. Then after that, what is the next command? If you want to hold the command also, that you can mention. This is the command. What was the next command? Show CDP neighbor, right? Then after that, show IP route. Then show IP ARP. Then show running config. You can see only why it is only showing the for two devices R1, R2, because of in the device right now we have changed. Only there is two IP addresses. Right? So once I will execute, suppose I'm just going to paste there the IP address of your desired devices. So suppose you have just pasted that the 10 devices, right? So for all those 10 devices, it will be execute the set of command, whatever the set of command you mentioned there, guys, you can see what are the commands. These all the command will execute on all those devices, which one is mentioned in the device.txt file. And those output will be stored in a file with the help with the name of the device. That means R1 host. What is the host name of the R1? So R1. So it's created a host txt file. How I'm executing this command? So running config section host name. So it will be return host name and R1. So this is going to store into the host 0. And this is going to store into the host 1. So I'm using this one and using this one, I'm creating a file. So it is creating a two file, r1.txt file and r2.txt file. And these all the output for the R1 and R2 it is holding into the files. So it's a file handling basically I'm using here. Got it? So think about that. If once you have prepared this script and in your day-to-day activity, suppose you are going to upgrading every week or every weekend, means every month or every 2 months, you are upgrading such kind of devices like bulk. In the bulk, you are upgrading the devices, 10 devices, 15 devices, 20 devices. So every time you have to log in manually on the device. If you have the ready-made script, you just need to run the ready-made script. That's it. Right? In the device.txt file, you just need to change the IP. After that, you can execute the same script. You don't need to create the script again and again, right? Okay, here also what I'm doing, guys, mistake here. The username and password, I'm taking an input, but I'm using the fixed one. Should be user and should be password. So every time it will ask with the user, enter the username and password. And the same username password we can use. Are you getting, guys? So this is just I just show you guys the single example. We have these syllabus. These are going to cover in our entire syllabus. What are the syllabus we are going to cover? Let me show you. Basically, these our complete automation course is divided into the 3 modules. In the first modules, I'm just going to cover the network, or means I'm just going to cover the Python. This is the Python basic. Normal Python, Python introduction, difference between interpreter and compilers. Data type, what are the variable, basic programs we are going to cover, operator and operand, operator type, comparison statement like if else statement, conditional programming. Then after that we'll discuss the nested if else, then list, tuples, dictionary. Then we are going to cover the loop here now, nested loop, function, oops concept, class and object, encapsulation, module, package. What is the module? What is the package? Inheritance. Inherit a package also, how we can inherit a package into the particular program, exception handling, and the last one is the file handling. These are the topic we are going to cover into the Python. That will take around the 1 month. So total our course is divided into the 3 modules. One is the Python. Another one is network automation with Python. There we are going to cover the 4 libraries, telnet leave. We are going to cover the netmiko, paramiko, and napalm. So these are the 4 packages we are going to cover into the network automation using Python. And then after that, we are going to cover the Ansible. And we'll cover the workflow automation. If we can see, so this is the first module. Then after that, second module is module number 2, that is Python automation or iOS automation, telnet leave, netmiko, paramiko, napalm. And then after that, the next one is Ansible. Introduction, lab installation, playbook, inventory, switch and router configuration with the Ansible. Then after that, I will cover the GitLab, then CI/CD pipelines, and then workflow automation. So these all the 3 modules around, it will take around, guys, 3 months to cover. First month I will going to in the first month I'm going to cover the Python basic. The second month I will discuss the Python automation. That means automation tools, means Python libraries, telnet leave, netmiko, paramiko, and napalm. And in the third one, we are going to cover the Ansible. Right? So this is the complete package of the network automation. That means Python and Ansible we are going to cover here. You have, guys, any question or the query, you can ask me. Today, don't worry about that, how you can prepare this script, how you can write the script. First, you need to understand the Python, guys. Then after that, you'll be able to write the script. Just like how I am writing in the similar way, you can also write the script. So no worry about that. Anyone have any question or the query, you can ask me. These course content I will share with you guys also. Anyone have any question?
Okay, thank you so much. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, one is the time schedule for the program.
Sorry?
The time schedule.
Time schedule is, it's a IST 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. every day, every Saturday, Sunday.
So to be 6:30 IST.
6:30 to 8:30 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. 2-hour session.
That's what time is that? IST because I'm in Nigeria, so I'll be able to convert
So
it
I
to.
believe you are 4.5 hours back, right? Right now, what is
Yes,
the
yes.
time there?
The time here is 3:19 currently PM.
3:19. So you are 4 hours 30 minutes back,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So for you, it will be
Around 2:30.
PM.
Yes.
For you, it will be 2 p.m.
Mm.
2 p.m. to 4 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then from the simple the demo you gave us now, I want to believe the username and the password for all the nodes you want to work on in one file.
For what?
The username and password must they be the same for all the infra you are trying to
Yeah. So if you
automate?
are talking about the infra AAA will be work, right? Takax will be configured. So you are not going to use your personal username and password. There will be a standard username password that your password user and username. This is the reason I prepared this script. There the username and password it will be asked every time, right? So if I am running the script, I will put my own username password. If you are running the script, you will be put your username and password.
Okay, okay.
Got it?
Yes.
We both are the authorized to log in on the device. So both password will work in that case, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nirul, do you have any question?
For Python, we have to set up lab.
Sorry?
For this is first for the Python. Okay, you are
So
going to
for
be
the Python, I will tell you that tomorrow what are the software is needed to install in your laptop.
okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, I will share that password software also with you guys. So you can just download, you can install in your laptop so that you can start your practice. So first, we are not going to directly do the network automation. First, we'll start with the Python. Okay.
Okay.
Maitri, you have any question?
No, I just got the answer. Thank you.
You are from which country, Maitri?
India.
India. Okay. Fine. Owaga, do you have, okay, we have discussed. Yasi, do you have any question?
Seems I'm the only one from Nigeria.
No, thank you. It's clear for me. Yes, sir.
Okay. So great, guys. So today was just orientation session. You have already means I have shared some means automation things, how we can do the automation in the network using the Python. So during our journey, we are just going to cover a lot of the things we will cover and lot of the things labs we are going to do in the entire journey in the Python automation also in the Ansible automation is amazing, guys. If you are going with the CI/CD pipeline and workflow automation, it's really required in the means it is using in the network industry right now. So it will very help you guys for your job change or anything or any your day-to-day activity, whatever the things you are doing, it will really help you, right? So tomorrow again we'll connect on the same time, and from tomorrow onwards I will start the Python basics. And tomorrow I will discuss with you guys which software you need to install in your laptop, and then after that you can start the practice also with me on your personal laptop. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. See you.
Okay.
See you
Thank you.
tomorrow then. Thank you. Yasin, I
Thank
need
you.
IDs, guys, by tomorrow. Today I'm not going to share anything. I will share with you guys by tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.